You're now the dictator of your own small island nation. What's the most ridiculous law you would enact? Everyone is obligated to wear a talisman. If someone sees your talisman you are executed, and for every talisman you give to me I will give you $1,000 and for every one you give to me the reward multiply. But there is one talisman that get you my position as a dictator and 5 that get you immediately executed. Just for fuck's sake, to entertain me. In reality there is no special talisman that grants you my position, but nobody knows. Also on Fridays is mandatory cosplay day. All cyclists must stay on the sidewalk, and if there is no sidewalk, they must stay within 18 of the edge of the road surface at all times. They must follow all traffic laws and pedestrian laws when using the applicable surface of transportation. Penalty is death. There is no warning and no penalties or fines. Immediately to the firing squad if you are caught in the middle of the road. My island is going to have no traffic issues. I mean so far 60 of this sounds like heaven to me except the avocado guy, he's crazy. Also my island would have 0 kids and the minute you get pregnant you get shipped off my island. You knew the rules. Harsh maybe, but I'll allow twirlers and avocados to make up for it. My island will also be named No Fucking Kids and Their Annoying Fucking Parents Island. Some other kingdom can worry about population. Pants off, dance off Thursday nights. If you're in public after 5 p.m. on Thursday any police officer can stop you and demand you strip down to your underwear and perform a dance. Failure to comply is a $1,000 American fine and spend the night in jail. If you comply any bystanders cop chooses, max of 5 rate you on a scale of 1-5. Average score of less than 2.5 is a $100 American fine, no jail time. All reptiles are considered sacred and cannot be harmed. The national video game is the Suikoden series. It is required that every citizen beat all 5 of the main games with all 108 stars to graduate from high school. Decaffeinated beverages are only available with a prescription. If it naturally contains caffeine it cannot be sold in a decaffeinated form except for medical reasons. As long as you are young and able, obesity shouldn't be tolerated. Everyone will be assisted in maintaining a healthy lifestyle of healthy diet and exercise. This includes and especially is to be harder on those in power. Elderly and physically disabled are the exception. No problems with people having fat on them. But not to the point of obesity. No flip-flops in public. You can wear them at home, but don't forget when you go out or your ass will be wearing prison issue flip-flops. And don't try to run from my popo. We in sneakers and we will catch your slow ass trying to run in those silly flip-flops. And don't throw a flip-flop at my popo. That's a sentence enhancement. Once a month, everyone in the nation must take a day off from work or their regular responsibilities to enjoy ice cream. All ice cream shops and vendors will be required to offer free or heavily discounted ice cream on this day. The goal would be to promote community bonding, happiness, and the enjoyment of simple pleasures. I'm allowed to sleep whenever I wanna. In fact, everyone is allowed to sleep whenever they want as long as their jobs get done. Jobs that don't allow for sleep due to requiring synchronicity automatically a 1.25x pay as an inconvenience fee and to discourage employers from abusing the synchronicity requirement. Truck SUV ownership must have a legitimate reason for being allowed. You can't have a truck SUV unless you can prove you need it for work purposes or for actual off-road use. And in that case they are not allowed for general road purposes. Either drive a normal car or get a minivan if you have enough kids. The first decree is to legalize marijuana. The tyranny and the bullshit's gone on too long. You old fucking tribs who blocked its legalization. You're banished from the land. The second decree: no more pollution, no more car exhaust. Or ocean dumpage. From now on, we will travel in tubes. Everyone must have a 12-foot skeleton outside of their house, all year long. If you can't afford a 12-foot skeleton, one will be provided for you. I would hire people whose job it was to tend to them, pose them, and repair as needed. I will refer to them as the skeleton crew, of course. I hate people who take up half the sidewalk but also walk really slow. I will implement sidewalk law. Slower people must walk on one particular side and the fast sidewalk lane will have a minimum walking speed law. The government me would euthanize citizens of 3 strikes. The most ridiculous law I would pass, at least in the eyes of many, would be an outright ban on all personal vehicles with an exclusion made for small electrical vehicles that are genuinely needed by people with mobility issues. No cars allowed. I'd outlaw the boob high leggings and a sports bra combo that every single girl wears to the gym. I'd be seen as chauvinistic and anti-feminist at first, But eventually women would realize that look was absolute trash and I did them a big favor. We would be required by law to eat roasted pig and drink out of pineapples at least 3 times a week. Plus I would develop a common sense police force where dudes built like Ray Lewis would body slam people whenever they did stupid shit. Twice a month in the town square we will do Mosh Pit Hour, a free concert where we blast metal music and willing participants can jump in, then we end doing the Wall of Death. Then free beer and food for everyone afterwards. Hoping my island is in Oceania, close to the international date line. I will decree that the island is on one side of the ideal with respect to days, months, and years, and on the other side with respect to days of the week. If you go to self-checkout with more than 20 items, you will be sterilized. In that same vein, if your grocery store has 2 fucking registers open at the busiest time of day, the manager is immediately banned from the island. If you are found guilty of being an internet influencer, your punishment is to be placed in a small rowboat with no oars in the middle of the open ocean. You will have 1 bottle of water and 1 pistol with 1 bullet. There are no fines, only community service. You want to speed? Have fun spending 2 hours filling in potholes for every mile per hour over the limit you are going. You want to litter? 100 hours of cleaning up public spaces. All motorized landscaping must be done on a scheduled date per region zone. No more listening to landscapers every friggin' day in my suburbia. And most electricity is to be turned off 1 Sunday a month. Every Thursday no one is allowed to wear a shoe on their left foot, punishable by a pina colada flavor Slurpee brain freeze every hour on the hour from the time of discovery to 10:00 p.m. self-reporting only. No one can own cars. There is still public transportation and emergency vehicles, but people are forced to walk bike places. Roads take up so much space and I think a lot of people would be way healthier. Everyone and everything is named Biff, under pain of death. All streets, buildings, people. All objects are some variation on Biff. Cars are Biff Zooms, guillotines are Biff choppers. I am Emperor Biff. All clocks have to be a minute fast. So for example if the time is 09:01, the clock must read 09:02. A society where people don't constantly think they're slightly late is not a society worth running. I want it to be big enough island to have a highway system so the law would be driving the same speed or slower than flow of traffic on the left lanes, and a fast-paced highway is punished by death. Line cutters will be sentenced to 1 year in a labor camp. Repeat offenders get the amount of years equal to the number of times they've committed the act. Either wait your turn or break some stone. A death penalty for meter maids and tow truck drivers, as well as a death penalty for anyone who leaves their car in a public parking space for longer than 36 hours. Let it rain blood. All men over the height of 6 feet 0 inches are to be immediately executed. This way, the women are safer to walk the streets at night knowing they can square up a dude with their bare hands. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. You're only allowed to sell and eat tacos all day. That's including sweet dishes. You want to have an ice cream sundae on Tuesday. It better look like a taco. Hygiene. Mandatory state-ordered showers, laundry days, and dental upkeep. Good breath is an essential requirement. All offenders liable to pay heavy fines or short prison terms. I'd create a data heaven. All data stored is to remain private with no other entity entitled to access the data except for the original owner. Of course, fees would be involved. We shall now have a secret fighting tournament on this island as cover for various criminal activities. Anyone who asks where I got the idea shall be dunked in boiling oil. No businesses can use the word artisan before their food products because I absolutely hate when a bakery says artisan cupcakes. Therese, nothing artisan about a cupcake. It's not ridiculous as such. Men be men and women be women, like it was for thousands of years. Without the stoning and other things. They only get half a vote. Thought, smiley face. Every day admin day, everyone must stop what they're doing, stand up and salute the national anthem. The national anthem would be the final countdown by Europe. It would be illegal to not play music. It would also be illegal to play music too loud. Also chickens get to wear jeans. But only real actual chickens. No Christmas carols or decorations before 1st December or after 30th December. No use of the word Christmas in advertising outside of December either. No clothes to be worn. No firearms. Fast broadband internet 500 Mbps minimum. Only renewable power allowed. Only electrical hydrogen vehicles allowed. Don't be smoking my shit. Don't let me catch you drinking my shit. And if you bring any of them hoes up in here, you make sure I fuck them first. Ban cilantro. No cilantro is to be found in my nation. It would be confiscated and the offenders would be heavily fined. Parsley is okay though. 2-year minimum national service for everyone able-bodied mind. Not for the army but for jobs that were considered essential during pandemic. Once a month you must shadow someone in their job role for an entire day and do the duties with them. You must observe a new job each time, that they bow down to me on Sundays and salute me when my birthday comes. On Halloween buy me a trumpet, and for Christmas, get a big drum. Customer service employees are allowed to label someone as a rude cunt. If labeled, you must wear the rude cunt outfit for a week. On Thursdays, we drive on the other side of the road. Wouldn't that be confusing and cause a bunch of accidents? Yes it would. All citizens will attend mandatory training about where to fucking stand on the sidewalk so as not to be in everyone's goddamn way. You need a license to own a camera. You use your flash in the stadium, you get 6 months of forced labor for the first offense. Simple state currency is Bitcoin. No one would ever know what the fuck is going to happen with their savings. All crimes are punishable by being forced to watch Diana the musical on repeat for the duration of your sentence. Watching bathtub streams leads to 4 years of jail. Donating to a bathtub streamer adds 8 years to initial sentence. Small cars must park at the back of parking spaces so they're visible for anyone looking for a free parking space. I don't think I would enact any ridiculous laws because running a small island nation sounds complicated enough. Everyone is required to honestly answer "How are you?" and every similar question, e.g. "How was your day?" Instead of shaking hands to greet people, you must do the pull my finger trick and fart every time. Birthing a child is only allowed every 5 years. I don't want too many people on my little island. Nobody under 18 allowed in restaurants. This doesn't include fast food and movies plays after 7 p.m.